Did you see what John Harbaugh just said about Aaron Rodgers joining the Steelers? He was straight to the point. No fluff, brutally honest. If you think he was worried, you're wrong. But there's something behind that answer that could shake up the Ravens' future in the division big time. So stick with me until the end, because what he revealed isn't just a message to the rival. It's a sign that the war in the AFC North is about to get even more intense. And you won't want to miss a single detail of this rivalry. Go Ravens! Aaron Rodgers joining the Pittsburgh Steelers was the shock that took the Ravens-Steelers rivalry to another level. Rodgers is a heavyweight name, with a legendary career and undeniable talent. But in Baltimore, no one is worried about being overshadowed. John Harbaugh and the team know that behind the rivals shine. What really matters is preparation, discipline, and control on the field. The focus is on maintaining division control, no matter who's on the other side. The Ravens' defense remains an impenetrable wall, and the offense, led by Lamar Jackson, is ready to exploit every gap left by Rodgers and company. The Steelers' quarterback arrival fuels Baltimore to raise their level even more. The Ravens' collective strength surpasses any individual talent, and that's the true power of the team. Historically, Baltimore has managed to contain Rodgers, controlling the game's pace and limiting his impact. This confidence in recent games gives the team what it needs to face the new scenario without losing focus. After all, in the heat of the AFC North battle, mentality and consistency define who comes out ahead. Even with the impact of Rodgers signing, the scales will only tip to whoever prepares better and plays with more intensity when the clock hits zero. And that's exactly the mentality John Harbaugh will demand from the Ravens to keep absolute division dominance. When asked about Rodgers signing, John Harbaugh didn't miss a chance to show that deep down, what really matters is the Ravens playing their best football. Harbaugh knows the weight Rodgers carries, a Hall of Famer, 4-time MVP, but made it clear respect won't distract from intense preparation and the pursuit of victory. For him, nothing changes in Baltimore's routine because the team knows the path to the top is through hard work, not the opponent's name. Harbaugh highlighted the Steelers' strength, yes, but emphasized the Ravens are ready to face any team, any quarterback, in any situation. This stance shows the coach's confidence in the roster and how the team prepares for challenges. Rodgers may be a big name, but for the Ravens, he's just another obstacle to overcome, and they're ready for it. The team's mentality is clear. Respect the rival, but don't get intimidated. That's how the team built its success story and will keep forging its path. Harbaugh knows that in the end, it's the details on the field that decide who wins, and Baltimore has shown it can control those details like few can. With the fierce Ravens-Steelers rivalry renewed, the real battle will happen on the field. And it's in this scenario that the roster needs to be sharp and ready to respond accordingly. Despite the aura Rodgers carries, recent history shows the Ravens don't get intimidated when facing the star. In 4 games against Baltimore, Rodgers has decent stats. But what really stands out is the record. 3 wins for the Ravens versus only 1 for the Packers at the time. This reveals that even with all the experience and talent of the quarterback, the Ravens managed to impose their style and control the game. The last meeting, in 2021, was emblematic. Rodgers tried, but Lamar Jackson's absence in that game hurt the Steelers' chances of winning. This balance of power shows that to beat the Steelers with Rodgers, it takes much more than individual talent. The whole team needs to be at its best, and that's exactly the collective strength the Ravens display. The confidence built from these matchups helps reinforce the team's mentality. They know that regardless of the opposing quarterback's name, the key lies in execution and emotional control during the game. This historic security is no coincidence. It's the result of meticulous preparation and the winning mentality Baltimore carries. With this advantage in the record, the Ravens have one more reason to stay strong and determined to maintain division dominance.
All right, we're already past the halfway point of this video, but before we continue, I noticed you haven't left a like yet. It's really important because it helps YouTube keep showing you my content so I can keep bringing you the best news about the Baltimore Ravens. So go ahead and hit that like button. It's free and it really helps. Thanks. Now let's get back to it.
The arrival of a player of Aaron Rodgers' caliber to the Steelers not only changes the rival team's dynamics, but also lights an extra fire under the Ravens. For Baltimore, seeing a strengthened opponent means a bigger challenge and, consequently, even stronger motivation. The team knows it will need to raise its level to maintain supremacy, and this is seen as fuel for the season. Beyond the on-field impact, Rodgers' presence shifts the strategic landscape of the division. The Ravens will have to adjust their reads, prepare their defenses, and fine-tune their tactics to neutralize a quarterback who, despite his age, still has a vast playbook and unmatched experience. This scenario demands even more focus and planning, and Baltimore is ready for this challenge. More than ever, the mental factor comes into play. The Ravens won't let Rodgers' spotlight cause distraction or hurry. The focus is on working calmly, consistently, and intelligently to execute the game plan designed by Coach Harbaugh and his staff. This combination of challenge and motivation only raises the intensity of the fight for the AFC North, where Baltimore wants to keep setting the rules. The season holds critical moments for the rivalry, with the Ravens hosting the Steelers at M&T Bank Stadium on December 7th, then traveling to Acrisure Stadium on January 4th to close out the regular season. These matchups could define much of the division's path, and the atmosphere promises to be a full-on war. These games will test everything Baltimore has been building, especially their ability to maintain consistency against a rival strengthened by a Hall of Famer. The pressure will be immense, but the team is used to playing under tension and knows that, in these moments, details make all the difference. The fans already feel the impact and know every play could be decisive to maintain AFC North dominance. The team needs to be ready to respond at the highest level, both on defense and offense, showing that the Ravens' strength goes far beyond any name on the other side. It's in these moments that champions are made, and Baltimore knows exactly what's at stake. Aaron Rodgers signing by the Steelers definitely shakes up the AFC North, but in Baltimore, confidence remains solid. John Harbaugh and the Ravens know the game will be decided by discipline, preparation, and teamwork, not just by the opponent's name. A strong defense, Lamar Jackson's sharp offense, and a winning mentality are the weapons to keep controlling the division. With the rivalry renewed and crucial matchups approaching, the season promises excitement from start to finish. And you, Ravens fans, do you think the Ravens will hold Rodgers back and maintain control of the division, or will his arrival change the game for the Steelers? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to know what you think.
And if you, just like me, are passionate about the world of football and want to learn more about the Ravens' legacy, don't leave this video without sharing it with that friend who is also a Baltimore Ravens fan and will love this content. See those video suggestions on your screen? The first one was handpicked just for you, and the other is a recommendation from YouTube itself. See you there, and until the next video, go Flock.